All right, welcome back everybody to the channel. Today we're taking a look at one of my favorite cars so far this year. This is the 2023 Volvo XC60 Recharge. So let's first start off with the front, where we have these nice daytime running LEDs with the main headlight right there, some sensors. Then we have some fake vents. It's a lot of like plastic fake vents. The only thing that sucks a bit is that this is the chromed out version. You can spec it with a black version, but I love the white color on this. So I think the chrome and the white look the best together. And you know, you have a little air intake down there. It's overall just a really effective and really nice front end. I absolutely love it. So let's talk about some of the specs or some of the stuff that this car comes with. It's the ultimate model. It gives us a 360-degree camera, heads-up display, crystal gear shifter, adaptive air suspension, and you'll see all of that once we continue on with the video. But let's take a look at what is under the hood. We have a Volvo 2-liter, 4-cylinder, 18.8 kilowatt hour battery, because this is the plug-in hybrid electric version, hence the Recharge name. And it's got a lithium ion battery that's good for 58 kilometers on a full charge. Charging times are pretty good as well. So all of that stuff combined, we have a 455 horsepower with 523 pound-feet of torque. Yes, you heard that number right, 455 horsepower. That's insane and it's incredible, and you'll see it when we drive. It's so much fun. The 0 to 60 in this thing is about 4.5 seconds, which is, it has no business. I mean, look, it's a crossover SUV. 4.5 seconds, insane, really cool. Let's take a look at the side profile here, though. You know, super nice. We have 4, you know, sensor lock doors kind of thing. You know, you put your hand in here, it'll unlock, and then one touch here, it will lock. The keys inside the car, so it won't do it right now. And then also the mirrors will fold in. I like the blacked out mirrors. I like how it's like the white with the black looks so good on this trim, and just those 22-inch rims. Those are the biggest rims available for this trim. It just looks incredible. You can't beat it. The side profile is really cool. You get that kind of hatchback crossover SUV look, which I love. And then we kind of come over to the rear of the Volvo, where, you know, Volvo has really kept things the same over the years. It's kind of that headlight that goes kind of up and across the body, but I love it. You know, if it ain't broke, do not fix it. And I think Volvo has adopted that. Nice Volvo badging there with the XC60 logo, and then also the T8 all-wheel drive is right here as well. A nice little rear wiper. Would have preferred to see it up there where the brake light is, but no big deal. Let's pop the trunk open here. I'll stand back a bit so you can see. As you can see, I got a whole bunch of stuff in here. It just fits everything super well, and I have this little button right here on the side here that is controlling the air suspension. So if I wanted to go lower, because I have heavy stuff to put in here, I can actually do that. You got a pass through there right in the center that's going to allow you to put your longer stuff through. You could also fold those seats down and have even more room. But let's take a look at that interior. Let's go inside. Okay, so let's start off with the back of the Volvo XC60. Really nice. It's a really small door when you actually open it, and you got some nice accents here with the speakers that are exposed. It's nice and cool in here. It's absolutely warm today. It's about 22 in Canada, and oh, we love it. Oh my goodness, summer is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, speaking of summer, well, the first thing I see when I come in here is this nice little storage with, like, there's no cup holders here or anything. I wasn't expecting that. But I do have some heated seating options. So I can have, you know, 3 levels back here, which is great. No ventilation, but I don't really care, because I do have these little vents back here that is perfect for, I'm getting the cold air coming from the front back here. It's absolutely excellent. And I have a little knob that I can control that with. Then we kind of get a good picture of the rear headrest there, and the nice little steering wheel there. You know, but the headrest is very thin. It's not like that bulky stuff that sometimes you see in the cars nowadays, but it's very thin, very nice. I like it. Like I said, we got some nice little Bauer & Wilkins exposed speaker. You can kind of see the speaker in there. I really like that touch. Overall, it's kind of like a more basic interior. You got a nice view of the big sunroof in here, which I like a lot too, but it's really basic. It's black. You can get this car in a bit of different colors too, but then I also have here a little thing that folds down, and then you have a push button that you have the cup holders just pop right out of. So that's really nice. Super clean, very convenient. And you also have the pass-through there for the trunk, and we also have a great view of the trunk space from right here as well. So really good. The sound back here is good too, and it's just it's a nice place to spend time. I do have enough room as well. I have, you know, just about enough room. If I sit behind my driver profile, I have a little bit less. I'm a little bit taller, so I do like to have the seat a little bit further back. But here where the passenger is, I have a really good amount of room, and it's actually very comfortable back here. But let's take a look now at the front seat. All right, now let's hop in the front seat of the XC60. Check out what this has got. It's Oh, very nice little satisfying door close there. I like the sound that has. And then I'm just greeted by this nice looking, very simple steering wheel. I mean, the whole interior design I think that Volvo have gone for here is just to make it as simple as possible and about as minimalistic as possible. And you'll see as we get into it here. So starting off first with the gauge cluster screen, what you see is what you get. I really can't customize very much. I can basically press this information button and take away the Google Maps, and yep, that's it. There's not really any themes or anything, but the information that is there gives me my power, you know, how much battery I have left, you know, how much gas I have left, my fuel economy, whether my lights are on, lane keep assist, all the stuff that you would need is there. You just can't change what it looks like. That's the only thing. Then you have these gloss black, you know, touch points here, which I don't enjoy because this is like an area, because this is my volume control, right? So I use this so much and it gets fingerprinty really fast because it is that gloss black that looks nice. The piano black looks great, but I really wish they would stop putting this stuff in because it gets really gross really fast. Over on the left hand side, we can see it has that nice little wood trim here, and then you have your Bauer and Wilkins exposed speaker. I really like how the speakers in the doors are like more exposed. It gives it more detail. Like, don't hide the speaker, show me your big subwoofer. I don't care. Then over on the left hand side, there really isn't much in terms of controls. I have my gas popper, and then also I have the trunk, which is automatic. We love that. Then I have some little bit of controls here on the doors as well that you know, it's very basic. There's 2 memory seats, and then you control obviously your stuff here. Again, it's very black, it's very bland when it comes to the doors and the side. There's not really much to talk about, but the good thing is this whole dash here is very detailed, so you know, people up front have nice things to look at. So now if we get to this pretty big vertical screen here that says connect to your iPhone, obviously because I'm in that setting, but you know, it's got Google integrated. It's kind of like Google controlled system, which I do like a lot. I've always said this, that let the car companies make the cars and let the software companies make the software. So that's good. We have Google Maps built in, Play Store right in, you know, Spotify, all that good stuff. Sirius XM, only wired Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto. There's no wireless. I don't know why Volkswagen has done that. We're 2023. I feel like they should have that. That's kind of, you know, one of the issues that I have with it, but I have a nice 360-degree camera. And then here it's a bit weird too. I wish they would have filled this space with like 360-degree. Instead, I have to go here and do 360-degree. It's a little bit like, you know, when you're trying to park and you're like in traffic, it's a little bit annoying to have to do that, but it still works, and the quality of the picture is really good, so I like that too. And yeah, you would have noticed that down here, there's really not a lot of HVAC controls. I have some media controls, then I have my front and rear defroster, but besides that, there's basically nothing. That's because it's all built into the infotainment. We've seen that on things like Tesla, and yes, I get it. For a car that looks like a car, I feel like it should have car buttons and maybe not, you know, try to go after that Tesla market so much. However, this is a hybrid, so it's not really in the same league, but the good news is it hasn't lagged out on me. It hasn't done anything crazy or anything, but this is where you control my heated seats, my you know, ventilated seats too, and also your heated steering, and then a whole bunch of stuff, and you kind of get like a visual graphic of where everything is gonna go. So I move lower, I have like this crystal ball, like glass type see-through thing that is made by, let me try to pronounce the name. They're made by, oh, I'm not even gonna try. You can see it in there and you can pronounce it yourself, or tell me how to pronounce it in the comments. I have no idea, and I'm not even going to try because I'm going to butcher it. Anyways, we have that again, that piano black that is already dirty, and you can really see it in the sun. It's not great, but I like the reflection off this. This is a really nice touch. I wasn't expecting to see it when I got in here, but I like that it is there. And then you have your engine start stop button. You actually have to turn it to stop, and then the same thing to turn it off. Then we have this nice wood, again, continues with it. It folds back. You got cup holders, a little bit of storage there, and then same thing here. But there's no wireless charger, and I know maybe we're spoiled for 2023, but in this price point, the amount that this car is worth, we need that wireless charger. It just has to be there. Same thing with wireless CarPlay and app. It just has to be there because it's so expensive that it's almost, you know, ridiculous that it's not. But moving on, looking at the passenger seat, of course, both passenger and driver seat are both massaged. I like the little Swedish flag there. I really like that little touch. You know, not many people notice it, but I do, and I love that. And you know, the seats are very, very comfortable. The bolstering can come out. You can really customize it. You have like extensions here. I have that as well for the driver. It's very nice, very comfortable. Again, massage, so nice car to wait in, nice car to take a road trip in. Absolutely no worries there. And yeah, I think that's just about going to do it for the Volvo XC60 Recharge interior. Let me strap that GoPro on and let's take it for a test drive. Okay, so here we are in the 2023 Volvo XC60 Recharge. That's a whole sentence. And it is the ultimate trim. So I do have a lot of nice luxuries in here. But let's talk about how good it is to drive. So far, I'm just about ending the week here. It's about a Thursday on the day of filming. It is a Thursday. I mean, about a Thursday. It is a Thursday on the day of filming here. So I've had a good little bit so far with the car, and I have enjoyed every moment of it. It surprised me. I really wasn't expecting too much from Volvo, but then I saw the price and then my expectations kind of rose a little bit. And I have to say that for the most part, in the areas where it matters to me, Volvo has met those expectations. So that's good news. It's comfortable. It's actually really comfortable. Like, the seats are very, very well made, especially for like a car that's like SUV crossover type deal. You know, I love the look of this thing. You know, you probably would have heard me brag about that on the exterior tour, but I love the look of this thing. The interior, like I said, could be a little bit better, maybe a little bit more interesting, but if you change the color, it might help things. But it's just simple, and I guess simple works if you're really not into like the whole big screens and all that stuff and customizability, because it's not really there. But what is there is really nice driving, really comfortable seats. The massage feature is nice. I like the fact that you can control the bolstering. That's cool too. And it's a plug-in hybrid electric. No, you're not going to get government incentives this time for this vehicle because it is so expensive. You know, at that like $86,000 mark, the government kind of goes, you know what, buddy, I think you're okay. I think you've got this covered on your own. You don't need my help. And I guess that makes sense, right? I mean, it would be nice to get a car like this and get, you know, maybe that nice government discount on it, but not this time, unfortunately. But it's okay. I do have a little bit of regenerative braking. I found something interesting with the regen. Like, when you're going slow, the regenerative braking, like the one pedal driving, I guess, is very like aggressive. But then when I'm going fast, I always have to use my brake. It's not true one pedal driving unless you're like in a parking lot or something. Like it'll start to slow me down to a point, but like it's not really aggressive, that regenerative braking. But it does, when you do brake, it still does put a little bit of your power back into the battery pack, you know. And I feel like the range has been good. And that's just the beauty of plug-in hybrid electrics, is that you don't really have range anxiety. Like, okay, I start the day with say 50 kilometers, full battery, whatever. And since it's like almost summer conditions, like I said, today it's like, my car is currently telling me it's 31 outside and we're in April. That's insane, but I'll take it. So, you know, obviously the battery is very happy at the moment. So it's full, and you know, I've been using it normally, and you know, that's the beauty of it. There's no range anxiety at all. I can let it go to zero and I don't care, because I know that the engine is there with 650 kilometers in the tank, ready to go when I'm ready to use it. And that's the beauty of a plug-in hybrid electric. It doesn't have to be a Volvo, just that system in general. And the good news is that this thing, I can pop it over into fully electric driving mode. And here's one of the annoying things, is I have to go into settings to do that. There's no drive mode selection button. That's annoying. I have to go settings, drive. Oh, I see, now I just went into sound, so I have to go settings. We'll do it again. Settings, driving, and then, you know, you have your hybrid, your power, your pure, which will only give me electric, all electric. And I can actually see it's lowering the ride height as well. But if I pop it into power, then it turns the engine on, and I could kind of feel it. But Volvo has the best system so far with me not feeling the engine kick in. It's actually really cool how subtle that is. Even on the highway, when you really want to push it, you really don't notice that engine kicking in, and that's really, really cool. Yeah, I pop over into the power setting, and you know, I can feel it. I can kind of feel the engine rumble just a little bit, but there's no exhaust noise too, which I found interesting. The road noise in here is really good too. The tires are very nice. They don't make that much noise. It really feels like a full electric vehicle without being one. It's very interesting how Volvo have chosen to design this car, and I'm all for it. I really, really like it. So let me slow down here to, you know, somewhat of a slower speed. I won't stop here because there is going to be traffic coming. I'm in the middle of the day after work, so here we go. Let's punch it in the Volvo. Punch it. Plastic click point. Let's go all the way. Okay. Oh, it's fast for no good reason. Okay. Yeah. Yep. That absolutely. The answer is yes. The answer is absolutely. It is fast for no good reason. Let me pop back into hybrid so I can collect myself here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep it in power because I want to do that again. See what I mean? It's fast, and it doesn't really have a reason to be fast. It's a plug-in hybrid. Why does it have 455 horsepower? Why? It doesn't make sense. It's just so quick. Like, hello? So what's happening is like there's almost no turbo lag at all, because by the time that the actual engine really kicks in and you can really hear the noise coming from the engine, you're already gone. You're already like halfway down the road. It's insane. Like, wow, 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 wow. I love that so much. And the steering does tighten up a little bit. Throttle response is there. Braking response is there too. Oh man, this is fun. Look at this. Right around that corner. Oh boy. And I can't tell. Sometimes I cannot even tell if it's using the engine or not, or if it's that's all electric power. Volvo, you have done an excellent job. You have impressed me very, very much with this XC60 Recharge. Wow, wow, wow. That's really fun to do. And to make things even better, yes, it does get better, ladies and gentlemen, well, let's take a look at the fuel economy. So last week you saw me drive the Escalade and basically burn money in a flaming pit of whatever. Well, this week I can actually go faster than I was last week in this car and not really suffer too much consequences, because my fuel economy, listen to this, is a 3.3 liters per 100 kilometers. That's incredible, right? And I've been able to go to work, and I do a mix of city and highway driving, kind of what you're seeing now. Like I was on kind of like a bit of a back road highway, but then I'm going to go to a lot of stop signs. 3.3, sometimes it's 3.1, you know, and when it's on full gas mode, I have seen like about a 5 or like low 4s, mid 4s, which is still incredible fuel mileage. Oh my goodness, you are getting your money's worth. Yes, this car is expensive, but in the long run, does it save you money on gas and stuff when you don't have that range anxiety? The answer is absolutely yes. Whee! I can literally just do that all day. It's got like that instant torque that throws your head back, and then it just keeps you going once that engine decides to kick in. It's fast for no reason, and I love it. People don't expect it to be fast. I looked in and I was like, oh, it can't be that fast. I turn on this power mode, I'm gone. I'm like, my jaw's on the floor. I'm like, what? This is a Volvo, hello? Like, you know, I don't have a lot of experience with Volvos, but holy, if they keep doing things like this, oh, I am a Volvo fan forever. Let me tell you, and I understand now why there are so many people on the road with Volvos. I don't see the Recharge too much, but I have a feeling that's because it's hard to get. And that's the unfortunate thing, is that this vehicle will be very hard to get because of the battery, because of the chip shortage, all that kind of stuff. But if you can get it, oh my goodness, are you gonna have a blast in this thing. Okay, so let's get on to our final thoughts here for the Volvo XC60 Recharge. We looked at the performance, we looked at the fuel economy, we looked at the comfort and how good it is and how nice it feels to drive. And overall, this is a great all-around plug-in hybrid electric. It's got the fun of the gas-powered stuff. It's got the, you know, you don't get your range anxiety. I've said that probably 3 times. You know, it's got the elements of an electric vehicle with that like instant torque, like that. It makes me scream every time I do it, because it's just like, you know, knocks my head back. Down here, it gives me a concussion. Like, holy, you know, it's got the speed, it's got the fun. You could use it as a toy. It's got really good visibility everywhere. I don't feel like I'm sitting on the floor necessarily. It's got like that adaptive suspension control. You know what, this is, you know, I think honestly Volvo have hit an absolute home run with it. I love it. I would buy it like today, you know, if I had the budget for this car and I was looking for a plug-in. At first it was the Sportage because it's the only one I knew, but Volvo has just ruined and spoiled me forever. This is the plug-in hybrid electric bar for me. It's just so great. I mean, I love how you can lower and higher the suspension. I love how the suspension's adapted with the trunk. Man, it's just so good. There's not a lot bad to say about it. I wish I had more customization in the gauge cluster here. I wish they had more physical buttons and that I didn't have to do that to kick in the power thing, because I do it much more. But maybe that's saving me money in the long run. I don't know if that's a blessing or cursing, but put a drive mode selector. It just makes it feel cool. Even maybe attach like a little knob here or something. It would just add to it, and also add wireless CarPlay and wireless Android Auto and a wireless charger. And this is the perfect plug-in hybrid, perfect all-around vehicle. Use it for any weather, anything you want. It's 4-wheel drive. It's just everything that you could ask for in a plug-in hybrid, and then more, because it's fast and it's fun and it appeals to a audience that's an age, you know, I'm like 27 years old. I love this thing. It's been so great to drive. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know if you're in the market for a Volvo, any type. Let me know. My Volvo people, let me know how long you've had your Volvo. I really want to know how long these things have lasted for. So let me know all that stuff in the comments. And I hope that I've helped you drive, I hope that I've helped you pick your car, and I've hoped that I've put Volvo near the top of your list because it deserves to be there. It deserves to be test driven. Go out, test drive this car. It's fun. It's fun, it's cool, it's practical. Maybe the interior is a little bit boring, but besides that, everything else is really solid and really well-rounded. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. You absolutely must if you've made it this far. And yeah, that kind of helps me know that you've enjoyed everything that you've seen thus far. And yeah, with that being said, we will see you in the next one. Take care.